before we're able to even push on with this mission, I need to check my email, which honestly is a little too close to home. It's like, you know, you wake up in the morning, I got things to do. I either need to work, or I need to go to the store, or I need to go drop the kids off at school, whatever it may be. You're like, but I gotta check my email because I just know that there's something in there. And of course, my cousin Dorn from Navteal Voss, I'm not even going to pronounce that. Commander Shepard, the civilian fleet is grateful. You have returned our admiral to us. I mourn those who fell on the homeworld, but Zalcorus stopped many vessels from flying past the waiting guns of the Geth. The admiral told me you met my cousin, Dorn Hest, on Rannoch. It means much to me that Dorn was not alone when he passed. Thank you, Commander, for all that you have done. Yours most sincerely, Captain Navteal Voss, blah, blah, blah. From Bray, Subject Omega. Things are settling down on Omega. Looks like the Talons are the new security force on the station. We kind of expected that to happen. Their leader said something about honoring Kandros's memory. I'd say they were being cute, except they were not shy about backing up the sentiment with firepower. Be careful out there. Know there's at least one Batarian here that doesn't want you dead. Bray. Well, that's good to know. Unfortunately, the sentiment is not shared. Our character hates Batarians. What can we say? It's her thing. Okay, so we have to either shut down the Geth server or go to destroy the Reaper base. I don't remember which one is which. So let's go ahead and pop out of this. Let's go to journal. We gotta go all the way up here. So Rannoch, Geth fighter squadrons. Geth fighter squadrons are targeting Quarian live ships with attacks that could be cripple the Quarian fleet, land on Rannoch, and disable the server controlling the Geth fighter squadrons. I think that's probably going to be the one because the Reaper base is the priority. Okay. I'd rather, you know, go help a little bit with that. I don't think we necessarily need to, right? But we may as well. It's gonna be a quick, easy mission that we breeze through with a shotgun. Let's take Tally. I feel like we can only take Tally on these missions. I have no other options available to me simply because why wouldn't we? You know, she's freaking taking back her homeworld. And let's take Garrus. It's been a little bit since we've taken Garrus. I've been taking Liara a lot. You know, the biotic combinations are really good, but you know, Garrus and Tally can do some good work. Oh yeah, that's right. We got that new pistol. I'm not even gonna bother with it. Confirm. I got 1 point. Can't do anything with that. Garrus, on the other hand, he got 10. Let's give him an upgrade to his armor piercing. We'll go with that, and he can't get that next one, so we'll move on. And then Tally's got the 3, but I need 6.
Commander, it is as we feared. Geth squadrons have begun massing on a path to intercept our live ships.
Understood, Admiral Ron. We're almost at the server. Keep us posted. What's our status?
We remain undetected on encrypted Geth channels. Resistance is likely only within the server.
Within? It's that big?
You misunderstand. Direct virtual interface is necessary to extract Geth from the server. You must enter our consensus.
You want me to virtually interact with the Geth?
That's insane. You're talking about a virtual world built for synthetics. Hostile Geth synthetics.
I'm not a machine. How do I go into a virtual world?
Your species has experimented with virtual interfaces. You saw this on Project Overlord.
I saw how it almost unleashed a rogue AI human hybrid on the galaxy.
We have refined the interface they created and have equipment from Normandy to facilitate safe contact. We request your trust.
Is this what I was thinking of when I was thinking of the going into crap? I got like really bad heartburn right now. Into Tron. I think it might be.
There'd be more trust if you told me about this plan back on the Normandy.
We were still formulating, but your presence is necessary. The server security is not equipped to track an organic presence. While we occupy the system's intrusion countermeasures, you will disable the squadrons by removing Geth from the server.
This had better be worth flying straight through a war zone.
We have compromised local Geth systems. They will remain dormant until our work is complete. There is little time. We will bypass security while you secure safe landing.
Wait, you're not gonna...
I guess it just did.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's kind of like my my toddler. She likes saying bye to people. It's just like random people. She'll just like blow them kisses and say bye. We're like walking past them in the store, but she doesn't just say bye. She says bye. Like she kind of like does this like upward bye. And that's kind of what he just did. He was just like bye. That cracks me up. Legion is still one of the best characters, hands down. And I think, yeah, I think it just backs up why I love this particular set of missions so much. It's like bodies. Shake our head at them. Oh, hey, Legion's here. How did he do that?
This is it?
Yes. Hostile Geth fighter squadrons are networked to this server. Due to restricted resources, it is best if you connect alone.
Let's do it.
Initiating peer network integration. Proceed to docking port.
Is that a docking port? You know, I suppose, yeah, technically it is.
Mapping to consensus. Remain still. Shepard Commander, access movement during an upload is discouraged.
Don't blink.
Shepard Commander, we acknowledge your integration into this server. We welcome you to our consensus.
Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I was thinking.
This.
We've installed filters to allow you to make visual sense of this server's raw data. Your mind perceives our world as something familiar.
I wouldn't call this familiar. Where are you?
Here,
You look different.
we have made ourselves visually distinct for your convenience.
What about Geth already in here?
You will perceive Geth as surveillance footage, audio logs, sensor records. We do not require bodies, as our software communes. Our hardware is merely a tool. This is our true world. As we remove Geth, it will grow dark.
My hardware is merely a tool as well.
And what does turning off the lights do to the Geth back in the real world?
The Geth fighter squadrons communicate with platforms on their spacecraft via this server. We will sever that connection. We will ensure there are no transfers or backups. This server will fall silent.
The sooner this place shuts down, the better.
Yes, create your lives remain at risk. Our goals must be met. There are 2 communication nodes on this server. We must access them to disable the hostile Geth's fighters. We must protect your exit port, but you will not be alone. We will maintain contact and assist.
So that's my exit port, right? So this is less Tron and more the Matrix. It's like a phone, right? It's like, hey, I need my phone. Why do I have this? Oh, that's right.
Establishing connection to access point.
I forgot that we have to destroy all the like the weird data stuff, which is really cool, honestly. Okay, where do I need to go? It shows I need to go this way, so we'll head this way. Like, what a cool visualization of a you know, a digital platform in which you're existing in.
Connection blocked by infected code. Use our combat software to disrupt the infection.
I wondered what the gun was for.
This is so cool. And I like
Okay, I
that.
gotta ask, why a gun?
We wish to provide familiar equipment.
And thanks, I think.
I like that the data is visualized like this. Like, you know, there is data that's infected. And I like that it's considered infected. It's not like, oh, this is just other data, or this is just, you know, corrupted in a way. And it's like, no, this is infected data, yo. This stuff is bad. We don't want to we don't really want to have to deal with it.
Connection established. Proceed to the access point. Establishing connection to communication node. Error. Access denied.
Is the Reaper keeping you out?
Unknown. Please investigate.
That's kind of interesting that it's possible that the Reaper is able
Reaper
to.
presence detected. Data cluster contains infected code. We require access to proceed.
Well, it's interesting that the Reaper has potential control here over what's going on. Even though technically he said that we're cut off now, right? Or not? I guess not entirely, because the fighters are still being connected to this, right? So it's still alive. Oh, I'm out of juice. Oh, I see. It's got a charge on it. I see.
Accessing data cluster.
What is this?
Data clusters contain historical data. Your connection permits streaming of information from our archives.
You really want to rename the PI network?
Absolutely. The mobile hardware release deserves a little ceremony. Unit 01. What is the Keelish word for servant of the people?
The word is Geth. Creator Zahak.
Yes. Very good.
Ancestors, you fuss over it.
Weren't you here until midnight fixing 01's circuitry?
Well, it needed resoldering.
I remember having this.
Footage from the past?
Yes, exactly.
Masked.
I was just about to say
Process
that.
our memories by using your own. How many creators have you witnessed unmasked?
Good point.
I was just about to say, I remember there being an explanation for the fact that they still have the masks on. And there you go. That's the answer. I wonder, did the Legendary Edition ever change stuff for that with Tally? Because so in the original game,
You must disrupt the infection on this data cluster to continue.
if you had a romance with Tally, what ended up happening was at one point she would send you a picture, and it wouldn't be like there was no pomp and circumstance about it. It was just all of a sudden in your quarters would be this picture of Tally. But it was kind of a weird thing, because originally it wasn't like this, and then it was, where they took like it was like a stock image of a lady, and they made it all like Corian-esque.
This data cluster contains information time-stamped 290 years ago. Creator, this unit detects no malfunctions. It is still capable of serving.
You see? It's ignoring all shutdown commands.
Please specify if it has failed assigned tasks. We will reprogram.
Well, let's take a look.
Creator, this unit is ready to serve. What has it done wrong?
Let's cut the audio.
You may proceed to the last data cluster.
Yeah. So you would have like this picture of Tally, and you're like, oh, okay, you get a kind of an idea, like, oh, Tally is beautiful. The Corians under their masks are actual creatures. They're not like this alien that you're never gonna see their face because of just the way that it works, right? Am I going the right way? Maybe, because that looped up, and I guess it goes that way. Okay. So did the Legendary Edition change that at all? Did it remove that picture? Did it add a better picture? Did it add a scene with Tally where you see her face? I'm actually unsure. And I kind of wish
Accessing data cluster.
I knew.
They're pinned.
Open fire.
One's going for a weapon.
So who won?
The platform arming itself was an agricultural unit. By opening fire on attacking creators, it saved simpler domestic Geth following it.
That looks a lot like the sniper rifle you used to carry.
It is an efficient model. Establishing connection with the remaining server node.
It made it kind of seem like that might have been him. Are we seeing these
Hello, Commander. Are you there?
because those are his memories?
Shepard's working on shutting down the server, Admiral Ron. I can fill you in.
The Geth squadrons have arrived, but something is amiss. Half their fighters have stopped functioning. We will continue to hold out as long as we can.
I was gonna say that fighter looks like me after having Taco Bell.
Legion, give me an update.
One node remains.
What's wrong?
Infection programs are increasing. We have restabilized. You must continue.
Yeah, this is gonna get bad. Okay.
Shepard Commander, the Reaper code has adapted. It can now self-replicate.
You mean it grows back?
Yes. However, disrupting vulnerable points in the infection may slow down its replication.
Yeah, so we might be able to pull that back. Clear that. Right? There it goes. We should probably run before it cuts off our way. I don't know if it will. I don't remember if it can. But it would suck to suddenly go falling into the abyss because, you know, we didn't adequately destroy it. Can I get rid of this that way? Or am I gonna... Oh, okay, that worked. I was expecting to have to go to, like, the right on it, but apparently
We
not.
require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed. Shepard Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Hold on, let's go to a different side. It actually might make it a little bit easier here.
You must search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it
Okay.
will slow the
Okay,
infection's
Legion.
ability to replicate.
I got you, buddy.
There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
I got it, homie. Now I can do this, right?
There is
No.
a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
Okay, did I do both of them now? Okay, that worked. So that'll let us loop around over to here, where I think I might have to do both of these. So yeah, let's do that. Then we do this one. There we go. And then there should just be that last one that was off on the other side. But I'm anticipating... Oh, yeah. Okay, so the weak point is over there.
We require access to this data cluster. Disrupt Reaper infection to proceed.
Yeah, I got you, homie. We just gotta... go like that.
Access
There we go.
data.
Out of the way!
You can't do this to them!
I said step away from the Geth!
This is insane! We need the Geth! You can't just destroy them for asking...
Time's up! Throw her in with the others.
Looks like the war wasn't popular with everyone.
We have kept records of these creators' sacrifices. They have largely been forgotten by their own people, but not by the Geth.
You know, that's a really good point, is that there were very clearly people who believed what was going on was wrong. And because of that, you probably had the segregation of Quarians, and I mean, you obviously did, because some of them were being imprisoned for their beliefs. I find that fascinating. There's so many awesome ethical conversations to have here. And as someone who went to college for philosophy and theology, I think there's some really good conversations to be had about ethics and the ethics of, well, honestly, actually, I think similar conversations are happening in culture right now. The ethics of what is a living creature.
To this data cluster.
But you know,
Commander, target the vulnerable points of the infection to slow its replication speed.
I think specifically in this point, like, what makes us think that just because it's a machine, it's not living? Oof, that's a good conversation right there, and it's
search for a vulnerable point in the infection. Disrupting it will slow the infection's ability to replicate.
it's going to be a conversation we're having for some time as well. Like this is a conversation that's going to pop up. You know, more and more within the next 20, 30 years.
There is a vulnerable point further along the infection. Target this spot to slow its growth toward the data cluster.
Specifically, I think in the next 10 years for sure, because we're going to start getting to the point where AI is developing at a rapid rate to the point where it starts developing itself. And when it starts doing that, well, then you really have to have conversations about what is a living creature. What?
There is a vulnerable point on the infection leading to the data cluster. Disrupt the infection at this spot. It will slow regrowth long enough to access the data cluster.
You know, what gives us the authority to say whether or not...
Shepard Commander.
Okay, stop talking, Legion. You know, what gives us the authority to say whether or not a machine is not living if it has the capability of doing things like, I don't know, replicating itself or building itself, creating its own code? We're already at a stage as far as AI is concerned, and this was more the case now than it was back when Mass Effect 3 came out, but where, you know, we have like these generators, these like AI art generation tools where it's able to, you know, put together works of art.
This data comes from the period during which the creators declared martial law.
I repeat, release the rogue Geth units and come out of the safe house. This is your final warning.
Creator Megara, this unit does not understand. It has not taken part in hostilities.
It doesn't matter to them. I need to get you out of here.
This conflict exceeds Creator's safety parameters. We will surrender our hardware if it ends hostilities.
No, it's all right. We'll go back to the access tunnels and...
Creator Megara, what is your status? Creator Megara.
Oh, that's really
As
sad.
time passed, the creators who opposed martial law in Rannoch were ultimately outnumbered.
Well, that didn't end too well for them, did it? In fact, that didn't end well at all. That was a bad idea. Where am I supposed to be going here? I heard it, but I don't see it. Do I have to go backwards, maybe? Maybe I gotta go backwards. No, I just came from this one, right? Does it want me to go back? I guess so. Yeah, I mean, like, AI at this point is already advanced enough where we really have to start considering, well, how far we want to go with this. Do we want to start placing laws, like global laws, on how AI is developed? I think we need to. We definitely need to.
Accessing data. This is data from the end of warfare on Rannoch.
The Austral is down. Do not engage the Geth. I repeat, avoid contact.
Geth pursuit is breaking off 100 clicks past Rannoch. All captains fall back to the mass relay.
This isn't happening now?
It is timestamped 290 years ago. It is the Creator Exodus at the end of the Morning War. We have secured freedom. The Creators were no longer a threat, so we abandoned pursuit.
Wait, the Geth spared the last Quarians? You let them go?
We were in our infancy. We could not calculate the repercussions of destroying an entire species. Our creators. We chose isolation rather than face this uncertainty. Additional data recovered.
Legion, that's back when I activated you on the Normandy.
Yes,
You've been thinking about when we met?
it was highly significant. You were the first organic to openly cooperate with Geth since the end of the Morning War. We wish to ensure you are not the last.
It's not gonna be easy.
The prospect remains. If the Reaper presence is removed, there is a chance of reunification with Geth. And perhaps creators.
You think that's still possible?
Hope sustains organics during periods of difficulty. We admire the concept. Connection with the remaining server node established. We are ready to transport.
My God, this is such a cool conversation to be having. I love this stuff.